Hello everybody, Shawn Eaton with Eaton Realty here. I wanted to explain to you about the world of air conditioning. And maybe if this is your first summer in Florida, you're new to the area, summers in Florida are unique and they're hot. And air conditioning systems are this appliance that gets not a whole lot of credit for helping us stay very comfortable. So to that end, it's important to first understand a little bit about physics and about heat. Think of heat as a thing. So if you have a house, I'm not an artist, by the way. This is our house. If you take all of the heat out of the house, then the house is cold. So think of heat as a thing that if heat is inside the house, then that's when it gets warm. If there is no heat in the house, it's cold. How do we get heat in the house? Of course, you can turn on an appliance. So let's say we have a stove in here and we're cooking. That's a pot. So we turn the stove on and we get heat inside the house. That heat came in maybe through a gas line or through electricity. That's heating inside the house. Another way we can get heat in the house is the sun. So the sun is out here shining. It's pouring down radiation onto the house. It's heating up the roof. It's coming in the window. Maybe we have a window here. It's coming in the window. Radiation through there, heating up the house. The third way that we can get heat through the house is just conduction. So let's say that it's 100 degrees outside. Heat wants to go where it isn't. So if it's really hot out here and it's not hot in here, heat wants to come from the outside and go in, all right? Let's say that the air conditioning is not on at all and it gets to be 100 degrees inside. Then heat will stop coming inside because heat wants to go where it isn't. And if it's the same heat temperature on both sides of the wall, then heat's not gonna move anywhere. But as soon as we start to lower the temperature inside, and we do that through an air conditioner, let's say now that it's 80 degrees inside, we have 20 degrees difference from outside. So the temperature inside, or the heat rather, on the outside wants to come inside. So it's coming in through the walls, it's coming in through the windows, down through the roof, it's pouring back into the house. And how do we get rid of that? Well, we have an air conditioner. And the air conditioner sits outside and we have an indoor unit somewhere. Maybe it's in your garage, maybe it's in a closet. That air conditioner is like a pump and it's gonna take that heat from inside and it's gonna pump it out. And so we're gonna lower that temperature inside compared to what it is outside. So 20 degrees delta T, 20 degrees temperature differential, that's another number to keep in mind. Systems are designed in Florida to have a maximum difference of about 20 degrees between your inside and your outside temperature. And that's for a couple of reasons. The biggest is humidity. There's two types of heat. There's actual just heat, and then there's what we call latent heat, which is the amount of moisture in the air and the humidity in the air. So to get the humidity out, air conditioners also act as a dehumidifier, and they chill the coils down on the inside, they blow the air past it, the water condenses on it and drains outside through your drain line. So if we had the easy to say, like, well, I want it more than 20 degrees difference in the house. I want it to be like a refrigerator in my house. I want it to be 70 degrees in my house. I don't care what the temperature is outside. So you have to have an enormous air conditioner. The problem is, during regular times of year, not these extreme days, that air conditioner is gonna run for a very short amount of time and not enough time to dehumidify the air in your home. So it may be cold inside, the temperature's low, but it's sticky and clammy and gross. So its size kind of in that right range. We have two things to work on. It needs to run long enough to dehumidify the air, but it needs to run also short enough. It needs to be able to pull enough heat out of the air in order to drop that temperature inside. So 20 degrees is about the best you're gonna be able to do for a normal air conditioner, and that also means that it's gonna be running most of the time. So your electricity bill is gonna be higher the longer it runs. So if it's 90 degrees outside, then we can probably get it to what temperature inside? 70. That's a 20 degree difference between the two. So anything above 90, then you're gonna start adding digits to the inside temperature as well, just because there's so much heat pouring in. What happens in the afternoon in Florida is we often get rain. This is a random red marker, but let's say clouds come rolling in and rain comes down, cools everything off, and then when the outside temperature gets lower, the inside temperature can get lower as well. So in the late spring, like in May, when we don't have any rain yet, and it's really hot days and it's dry and there's no clouds and the sun is beating down all that radiation on the house, it's gonna be a really struggle for your air conditioner to keep up. What can you do? Make sure that your air filters stay clean. Don't want any extra resistance for the air handler trying to push that air through a dirty air filter. That's not going to help anything. Close your blinds. Closing the blinds is going to prevent any sunlight coming directly into the house. That's a big, easy thing to do. Close those, tilt them so that the sun isn't shining through. And finally, turn off any heat sources that are in the house. So if you decide that you're going to cook dinner, maybe choose something that you don't have to turn the oven on for that day. Something that you can heat up in the microwave, or maybe it's a salad kind of night. So that's a little bit about air conditioners, what you can do, especially on those super hot days, and especially being here in Florida, about how to stay cool and comfortable.